Hello. This is the chap who normally comes on at the start of these podcasts, this time affecting a simply dreadful British accent, for if I don't miss my guess, you're listening to this as part of The Rack, the Icebox Radio Theatre's new podcast of fantasy and science fiction. And nothing says fantasy quite so much as an American actor attempting to sound like something he's not. Now, we love all of our listeners, of course, but we especially love those who have stepped through the velvet ropes to become a listening supporter. Castles and spaceships are quite inexpensive to render here in the world of audio, but petrol money for actors as well as new microphones and equipment are somewhat less so. So we continue to depend on you, the wonderful listener, to help us continue to bring these stories to the world. Simply go to our website, that's iceboxradio.org, and look for the word support across the top of the page there. On that page, you can learn all about our Patreon, you can learn about our membership program, or even just how to drop a $5 in the post. We're not picky. We just appreciate whatever kind attention you and your checkbook may be able to offer us. And now, since brevity be the soul of wit, I yield for this evening's presentation. You are driving in a dark forest, the pine boughs heavy with snow. At the end of a long dirt track road, you arrive at your destination. It's a small, weather-beaten motel called Toujours Gelée. It's not much to look at, really. Just a single weather-beaten shack surrounded by a half-dozen equally run-down cabins. Out back, there's a dingy fishing dock right next to the spaceport. And a few picnic tables for cleaning fish conveniently placed right next to the time portal. So it's easy to dispose of the chum. Come up to the office now. Let the bear in the tuxedo take your bags. Ask the time-traveling Viking at the concierge desk if you have any questions, and then step up to the main desk to meet the owner, Old Pierre.
Hello, and welcome to Toujours Gelée Motel. Looking for something to do? We have all kinds of tourist information right over here. I invite you to select a brochure from The Rack.
Hello?
Pat?
No, wait, this is... Oh, who did you want?
Pat, this is Terry.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, how's it going?
How's it going? I got a studio full of actors, Pat. I got an animation factory in Korea booked from the 12th to the 24th, and I don't have a script. That's how it's going.
Look, I'm just about done.
You've been saying that for 3 weeks.
It just needs a polish.
What is there to polish? I hired you to write a script for the Super Happy Sugar Elves Spring Fling Flower Day Special, an animation extravaganza.
Yeah, about the title.
And you're treating it like it's Shakespeare. It's elves having an adventure in the springtime.
Look, I'll get it to you.
Today.
A week.
No more delays.
Look, you gotta give me a week. Otherwise, it's gonna turn out like First Draft Playhouse.
Like what?
First Draft Playhouse. You know, that radio show those people in Minnesota do?
You mean Garrison Keller and the Prairie whatever it is?
Keeler. And not him. The other one, the group of well-meaning amateurs. They do radio plays out in the snow, I think.
Okay. I'm going to give you a chance to get a cup of coffee and wake up now. And I want you to relax, no pressure. Just concentrate on the fact that the Super Happy Sugar Elf Toy Company of Changchung is going to sue you for everything you've got if I don't have a script on my desk in 3 hours.
Look, Terry, it isn't my fault.
Don't say it.
I told you, kids' animation is not my thing.
Don't you say it.
Well, I'm a horror writer.
He said it. Look, I don't care if you're used to penning sonnets on the delicate petals of a new rose. You cash the check, you write the script. Capiche?
Well, what do you want me to make it about?
I don't know. I don't care. Just make it 22 minutes long and about the Super Happy Sugar Elves having a spring fling adventure. Just write it!
Just write it? I guess I have no choice.
Good Time Food Foods, makers of Maple Frosted Chocolate Bomb cereal, in cooperation with the Super Happy Sugar Elf Toy Company, a division of the People's Republic of China, are proud to present the Super Happy Sugar Elf Spring Fling Spectacular.
We're the happy little elves, dancing down the glade. Give us some sugar right now, or we'll have to fade away.
Down the slopes of the Ice Cream Mountains, nestled up against the sweet tart forest, there lies a happy little village of happy little elves. It was springtime in the village, and all the happy elves were gathered in the Chocolicious Town Square to hear Grandpa Gumdrop officially open the Jolly Rancher harvest for the year.
All right, everyone, settle down, settle down. It's a sugarlicious day, and it's my pleasure to officially open the Jolly Rancher harvest.
Yay! Oh no!
What is it, Pipsqueak?
The Jolly Rancher harvest can't go on, Grandpa Gumdrop. Something terrible has happened.
Oh no! What has happened? Have our sworn enemies, the No Funnicks, returned?
No, Grandpa Gumdrop.
Then did the cotton candy butterscotch unicorns escape from their pen again and eat all the Jolly Ranchers?
No, Grandpa Gumdrop.
Then what is it, Pipsqueak?
Grandpa Gumdrop, there's a body in the forest. Decomposition is extensive. I think he's been there for a long, long time.
Extensive decomposition? Well, that's a terrible thing. I hereby declare all members of the Super Happy Sugar Elves village return to their homes, pending further investigation. Where's the Sugar Plum forensic pathologist?
Here, Grandpa Gumdrop.
Come along, Sugar. We have a job to do.
So all the little elves skipped and cavorted back to their homes, where they huddled in stark horror, terrified of what might lurk in the dark shadows outside their window. Meanwhile, the twin elves, Chocolate Kiss and Chocolate Chip, decided to take a shortcut home through the dark and foreboding Yum Yum Forest.
Oh, Chipper, maybe we shouldn't have taken a shortcut through this dark and sweetly delicious wood. Now, Kiss, I'm here to protect you all. All we have is each other. Since nobody else knows, we embezzled 40 large from the Sugar Happy Fun Time Union Treasury. Chip! What was that? I'm sure it was nothing. After all, what could happen to us here in our very own forest?
Meanwhile, Grandpa Gumdrop returned to his gingerbread cottage where he lived all alone ever since Grandma Gumdrop went to be in Super Happy Frosted Sugar Heaven a year ago that very night.
Oh, it is so lonely living in my gingerbread cottage all alone. I wish I hadn't cut Grandma Gumdrop's brake lines 1 year ago tonight.
Grandpa.
What's that? A noise in the basement?
I have returned.
It sounds like Grandma Gumdrop.
It is I. Come on down and give me a big sugary kiss.
You're not mad about the brake lines, are you?
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Come on down so I can understand you better.
Well, all right. I can't see the harm in...
Whatever happened to Grandpa Gumdrop, boys and girls? We'll find out right after a word from our sponsor.
It's the Super Happy Sugar Elf Super Duper Borderland Crossing Playland set. Yes, you can help the elves in Sugar Homeland Security keep the borders of happy little Sugar Elf land safe from anyone who threatens the Sugar Elf way of life. It's a 4,000-piece land of wonders, including customs booth.
Are you bringing any super happy fun sugar treats back into Elfland today?
Fully functional Sugar Elf border station.
Okay, I need you to pull forward under the wonderful gumdrop gingerbread overhanging, please.
Even a booth for your Happy Sugar commuter card.
You have
4
Super Happy Sugar Crossings remaining.
Yes, the Super Happy Sugar Elves Super Duper Borderland Crossing Playland set. Just go to sugarelf.com to order yours today.
It's a scary day in Super Happy Sugar Elf Land, and now it seems that only one of the Super Happy Sugar Elves could possibly figure out what to do. Let's join our story beneath the Dum-Dum Tree in the Super Happy Chocolate Bonbon Crime Lab of Sugar Plum Forensic Pathologist.
3 murders in less than a day and a dead body found in the woods. If things don't change, this will go down in history as the least sugary happy day in Super Happy Sugar Elf history. Now, to solve the mystery. A gumdrop from the scene of the crime. A chocolate kiss from the wintergreen forest. And a cotton candy whisker from Grandpa Gumdrop's cottage. Now, to mix it all together and take a look under the Jujubee Funtime microscope to see what I can find. Oh no, I don't believe it. The mystery is solved. Oh no, it isn't Sugar Plum. Pipsqueak, it was you all along. Yes, it was my spree of carnage and murder. What for? Why did you do this so unsugary fun thing? I secretly work for the American Dental Association. Really? That's why? No, but I had to think of an ending for this thing. And now, Sugar Plum Forensic Pathologist, you die!
This has been the Super Happy Sugar Elf Spring Fling Flower Day special. Tune in this August for our next special, the Super Happy Sugar Elf Happy Camping Time Adventure, written by Stephen King. Until then, remember...
We're the happy little elves, dancing down the glade. Give us some sugar right now, or we'll have to fade away.
Thank you so much, Sean. And I'll be back, of course, for another number or two later in the show. Well, you might have heard recently that the Icebox Radio Theater made a little trip this month. A group of us traveled all the way to Bloomington to perform live at an event known as Convergence. This is a gathering of science fiction and fantasy fans that happens every 4th of July weekend, and we thought those folks might appreciate Tales of the Fantastic with a Northland twist. And guess what? They did. They had a wonderful time. We had a wonderful time performing for them down there in the Twin Cities. We got some laughs. We got some applause, and we even sold a CD or two. So what we'd like to feature right now was one of the short plays we performed in the Twin Cities there at the event called Convergence. It has fishing, it has aliens, it has it all. So ladies and gentlemen, from the Convergence stage to your ears, we present now Gorblat's Jig.
Help?
Oh, dear.
Yes.
We got another one.
Where am I? What's going on?
Disoriented.
And visibly upset. Classic case.
Who are you people? What's going on? I've never been here before. Where am I?
You're at Schmitty's bait shop, fella.
That's right. From night crawlers to minnows, we got them all.
Bait?
Bait. Oh, and a full menu.
Sure, it's right behind you there on the old Dutch rack.
Cheese curls?
That and a half rack of Old Milwaukee, and you're all set.
No, he won't be all set, dear.
Well, that's true.
This is a bait shop?
He's waking up, though?
Yeah, sure. Nice looking fella. Nice buns.
Ooh, yeah.
Look, can you help me? I'm afraid I don't even know where I am or who I am.
Well, what's the matter? You got amnesia?
I guess, yeah.
Looks like you forgot a lot of things.
What?
She's talking about your clothes.
What about my clothes?
You ain't got none, dear.
What? Whoa!
Say, if you're going to wear those cheese curls like that, I'm going to have to ask you to buy them.
What's going on?
Quit teasing him, Hannah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Run and fetch him a blanket now. I'll keep watch.
Watch?
On the door, dear. I won't peek. Lord, in this job I've seen so many, they all blur together after a while.
What's going on? What's happening to me?
You're in Schmitty's Bait Shop outside Rainier, Minnesota. It's Tuesday, July 12th, 2008. George Bush is president, gas is $4 a gallon, and nobody knows what the number one song in the country is. We all listen to iPods now.
What?
Orientation, dear. When they get back, they always want to know what period in history they're in.
When who gets back? What's going on? Where's Rainier? Who am I?
Oh, you're going to be fine, dear. All your memories are going to be coming back in no time. Here.
What's that?
It's a blanket.
Why are you giving it to me?
I want my cheese curls back.
Oh, right. Here.
On the counter, please.
Thank you.
Now, dear, do you remember your name?
No? Is that bad?
Let's start with something simpler. Do you remember what happened to you?
I walked into a bait shop naked and stole some cheese curls.
Well, technically, dear, that's what you did, not what happened to you. Do you remember what came before the bait shop?
I don't know. I don't even remember who I am or what happened to me before.
Yes, dear.
I think it was in a car accident and lost all my clothes.
Well, dear, that's just a shame. Those drive-by denudings are becoming quite the problem in this county.
Oh, now who's teasing them?
Well, I'm sorry, but if that's the best he can come up with, someone is going to be pretty disappointed.
Well, give it time. Isn't that what you're always saying to me?
Fine. Look, you're going to be all right.
That's right.
You've been through a bad shock, but it's almost over now, so just try to keep calm. Have some cheese curls.
What do you mean, almost over? What do you two know about this?
It's all right, dear.
No, I'm beginning to wake up and you two are scaring me. Am I part of some kind of weird prank? Are you two messing with my mind?
Why? What does your mind remember?
Nothing. Everything. I don't know.
It's all right, dear.
Quit saying that. It's not all right. I just woke up on a dirt side outside a bait shop in some, what'd you say, Minnesota?
That's right. Rainier. Right on Rainy Lake on the Canadian border.
That can't be right.
No, it's right. Look out the window there. You can see the border. They put up those buoys.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, I'm from Phoenix.
Arizona? Ooh, that's a new one.
Oh, get out the map, Jill.
Can't believe we haven't had one from Phoenix before.
What's that?
What's our visitor map? What color pin would you like?
I knew it. This is some kind of conspiracy, isn't it?
No. We just like to keep track where everyone comes from. The boys couldn't care less.
Boys? What boys?
Oh, you'll meet them pretty quick, I imagine. They just had to find a place to park. That's getting tougher and tougher these days.
Terrible the way the game wardens patrol this time of year.
Wait a minute. Can you two tell me just what happened to me?
Well, sure, but we wouldn't want to spoil the surprise.
Lady, I couldn't handle another surprise right now. I am one surprise away from throwing off this blanket, barking like a dog, and doing something really awful to these cheese curls.
We should ease his mind, dear.
Oh, you're no fun at all.
Well, you're being mean.
Well, it's the look on their faces when the boys walk in. It's classic.
Don't mind Hannah, dear. She might seem a little cold, but it's really more just calloused.
What happened to me?
You already know. We saw it on your face just a second ago, but you didn't want to say it. Dropped off naked and miles away from home. Disoriented, lost time. It all adds up.
No.
You wanted to know what happened to you.
I was not.
You were not... what?
Abducted.
Oh, of course not. Northwest just found another new way to save money, that's all. It's their new strip the passenger naked and dump them out the back service.
Hannah!
I was not abducted by aliens.
Maybe you should just tell us what you remember.
I don't remember anything. I mean, I was driving home.
Don't tell me. A deserted road.
No, Interstate 10, but I got off an exit earlier.
Uh-huh.
It was just outside of our development. They're building an addition, and there wasn't anyone around.
You know who this was? This had to have been Gorblat. He's been trolling a lot of construction sites recently.
You're interrupting his story.
And then, I don't remember anything. I was just outside here. You said it was the 12th?
All day.
I've been gone 24 hours. What's happened to me? What's going on?
It's all right, dear. There's nothing bad going to happen to you now.
That's right. Once you're in our hands, you know you're going to be fine.
What's going on? Are you two aliens?
No, we're sisters. Although Hannah did live in North Dakota for a while.
You're never going to let me forget that, are you?
This not knowing. You don't know what it's like. This is terrible. This is torture. I just lost 24 hours of my life, and you two seem to be saying I was actually abducted by aliens. Just tell me what's going on already. Nothing's worse than this.
Gorblat, you ridiculous octopus. I thought you were out of the running for this year.
Right over here.
What's he doing?
Now, boys, quit your bickering. And didn't you read the sign on the door, Tryphon?
Besides, I don't go to the store.
Yeah, well, where I come from, a Phase 2 disruptor is still a gun. Set it here, on the counter.
But the Earth Yoga was going yours one day.
No, dear, this won't take a minute.
What are you doing? What's that?
Well, it's a scale. We have to measure you.
Measure me? What are you...
It just goes in your ear. Now, quit fussing or you'll lose the ability to chew.
Lose the ability to chew?
Well, sometimes it's all the feeling from the waist down, but usually it's just the ability to chew.
Wait.
That's got it. Oh, say, Gorblat, look at this. A .723. Oh, just a second. Let me add it up.
Are you all right, dear?
What was that thing?
It was a brainwave actualizer. It measures your mental capacity, intelligence, ability to learn, adaptability, that sort of thing.
It felt like my entire brain was a ball of tinfoil and a huge fist was crushing the tinfoil into a smaller and smaller ball until it got as small as it could be. Then my ball of tinfoil was infused with lime jello until it exploded into a billion tiny particles across space and time.
Yeah. That's the feeling most people describe.
What are those things?
Well, Gorblat's from Beetlejuice, so he's kind of local. Tryphon's from another dimension, and pronouncing the name of his planet is known to cause madness and death.
What are they doing?
Looking at the scoreboard.
Okay, boys, those points, plus the airline pilot that he brought in last week, and Gorblat's our new leader.
Hey,
Now, if you two want to fight, you have to take it outside. You know the rules.
I don't understand.
It's a contest.
It's a fishing derby.
Shh, don't call it that. It makes them feel so bad about themselves.
A fishing derby?
Sure, they catch you, we weigh you, and the winner gets this right here.
What is it?
No idea. The boys brought it in. Tryphon, come here a second. I got something I want to show you.
I don't understand.
Well, of course, nice boys like Tryphon and Gorblat have been coming to Earth for years, but there were always arguments about who was the best abductor. So they got the idea a couple years ago to have an impartial party keep score. They'd seen how a fishing derby worked and figured that looked pretty good.
But that's terrible. They abduct people for sport?
Oh, it's all catch and release, dear. Used to be a lot worse.
How worse?
Okay, you're really going to like this one. This just come in from Dry Pond 7. Oh, it's good, all right.
Hannah?
Tryphon just wanted to see some of the new jigs we got in. It won't take but a second.
This young man needs to get back to Phoenix.
I know. Just give me a minute to make a sale. Now, Tryphon, you've been trolling a lot of universities and think tanks, places like that, but you got the wrong bait. You've been using a cheerleader number 3, and they're only good for frat boys. I mean, you're not going to get a good reading there unless they're between binges. Oh, calm down. What you need is this new top-of-the-line lure. Watch this.
Excuse me, is this seat taken?
No.
You see that? You got a fairly smart male there, but he's standing in the middle of a bait shop wearing a blanket with no chairs in sight, and he's still offering her one. It's called a Nurple Wiggly account executive. She's a knockout, but she's got a business skirt on, her hair piled up on her head, and glasses. And those are all set off by the bright red lipstick and the nylons with the little lines up the back like it was in the 40s. Your smarter type males can't resist those markings. She could say, "Come over to this beam of light so we can abduct you," and they'd still follow her right in.
I'll take 3.
Excellent. I'll wrap them up.
I'm going insane, aren't I?
It was just a hologram, dear. They make some very effective ones these days.
A lure?
A beaut. Time was they had to use inflatable ones they used to have to keep in the shadows. Whew. See one of those up close, you'd think a mannequin was coming after you.
What happens now?
Well, by rights, they should be thatilizing you pretty quick.
Thatilizing me? What's that thing?
The thatilizer? Now be gentle when you throw him back, Gorblat. Now you keep a civil tongue in your head, young man.
Oh, nice boys.
They're getting too old for this, I think. You know, on his planet, most boys Tryphon's age already have an egg sac and 2 billion children. Did you get the latinum?
Right here, and I counted. We've got enough.
Okay, then. Let's get online and book our tickets.
Now, did we decide the casino on Alpha Centauri, or was it the male slave resort on Risa?
The casino. The slave resort is part of that chain that banned you last year after the incident.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
This has been Gorblat's Jig by Jeffrey Adams. Sarah Jeff Adams as Trifon.
Justin Kapla as Kevin.
Ayla McIntosh as Hannah.
Karen Schickel as Jill.
Hannah Cook as Gorblat. Melissa Fletcher as Seductive Woman.
Or The Lure.
In a boat.
It can be in the sound of the orchestra preparing, or in the sound of a sculptor working in stone, or even in the sound of laughter from inside a theater. It is the sound of art being created, and for over 3 decades, the sound of art being created has rung loud and clear in northeastern Minnesota. The Arrowhead Regional Arts Council has been encouraging local arts development in northeastern Minnesota through grants and services for over 35 years. Every year, they give out more than $500,000 to local artists and arts organizations, and that helps create $40 million in revenue and jobs created. To find out more about our arts programs or how you can get involved, visit aracouncil.org. The Arrowhead Regional Arts Council, where the arts flourish, you thrive.